Hey everybody, today's video is going to go through the website and the app and help give you some tips on how to navigate both. So I'm going to share my screen here and we'll jump right in. So first you should see the site. This is the home page. You should all be familiar with it. Let me just go through some of the basics, and I do probably 90% of what I do in the app and about 10% in the site. So there's a lot to this website, and there's a lot that I don't even know. So you're gonna have to get in and use it a little bit. And the more you use it, the more familiar you're going to be with it. It's like anything, right? So here's the home page. You get some spots up here for. I'm actually going to clean up some of this. Our videos are here. League articles is where we put our weekly updates. The trash talk videos I'm going to move, but there's the main page. It slides down to your standings by division, win-loss records, so on and so forth. Scrolling through these, here's your team. So lots of things you can do here. Make a draft pick, make a draft list, submit your lineup. If I want to submit my lineup, it's as simple as clicking there, just checking on the players that you want to play, and hit submit lineup. You notice here it'll tell you you can select 1 to 2 quarterbacks, 2 to 5 running backs, 3 to 6 wide receivers, so on and so forth. So there's lineup. Drafting is covered in the other video, so I'm not going to get into that there. Trades, that's covered in the other video, but this is where you can make a process a trade. Trade bait, we didn't talk about this in the other video. This is a great tool if you want to tell others what assets you have that you're open to trading. You can come in here and click the players, and then you can go in and view other people's trade bait. I'm not even sure where it is here on the site, but on the app, I'll show you where it is on the app. You can view other people's trade bait, and it kind of tells you that, hey, these are the guys that they're actively interested in moving on from. Adding and drop players, this is an important one. So if I want to drop somebody, I can jump in here, select the player that I want to drop, and hit perform add drop, and it'll drop them. Right now, all players are locked. You can't add players. If once locked, the global lock is removed, which will happen after the draft, any player that's not on a team would be listed here. You can select a player and you can add them. Your roster is a 25 limit roster. So anytime if you're at 25 players and you want to add somebody, you got to drop somebody first and then you can add somebody. Same thing with the draft tomorrow, which we've talked about a couple times. When you're doing the draft tomorrow, if you're at 25 players, before you select somebody, you're going to have to drop somebody. The rest of this stuff isn't anything that I would use. News, I've never used this page. It looks like just NFL schedule. Yeah, there's nothing there that you need. Pop up here, we're back to the home page. Here's rosters, so this would be every team's roster. You can click here to move between the divisions. I don't know this, but I assume that it defaults to your division. Here's the draft. This is pretty much covered in the draft video, so I'm not going to get into that here. Again, another way to select your lineup, just click the players that you want to play. Looks like message here, if you want to keep notes to yourself as to why you played certain players, you can throw them in there. Here's where you can do add drops. Again, just another way of doing it. Here's another way you can do trades. Player stats, if you want to see how different players perform in this league scoring. Here's Christian McCaffrey, how many points he had last year, average points, and the points for each game. And you can filter this by showing me, so this is showing me the top 32 from 2023, weeks 1 through 17, all players. And then I can sort by position. So lots of ways to sort here in order to see different player stats, and then all types of my top performers and free agents, top passers, so lots of different ways there that you can drill in and see scoring of different players. Here's standings, transactions. This would just show past transactions. This is scoring. If we were, if it was a Sunday and we had games going on, you'd see all the scoring in here. Okay, cool. The Dutchman RV's got a display ad on our site. That's neat. And then the schedule would just be the schedule. Some different stuff up here, but a lot of it's a repeat. The main things you're going to be doing are right across that menu. So now let's jump into the app. I did a bunch of screenshots of the app in order to make this a little bit easier. So the app is MFL Platinum. You download the app and you would log in and out of the app using the same credentials as you set up for the website. Once you log in, this is the home page. So I'm just going to go through the modules that you would use. So across the top row, lineup, scores, standings. Lineup is where you can set your lineup. So if you click on that, it's going to open up this screen. Here's all of my players. Now you can just scroll down and just click on the head shot of the players that I want to play. Again, it's guiding me here. I can play 1 to 2 quarterbacks, 2 to 5 running backs. It'll guide me all the way down through. When I'm done, I hit submit, and that will set my lineup. Pretty simple. So let me close that one out. Back to the main menu. Scores is just going to show you this. If we had games going on, matches going on, it's just going to show your score and every other team's score. Standings is where you can see standings. So every team and what their record is. Message board I don't use. Chat I don't use. News is just player news. So each day, if a particular player has an article somewhere along the lines, they'll pick up that article and they'll post it here so you can see news on the players that are on your team. Players, this will list different players that are in the league. You can filter this in a million different ways. You can filter for just free agents. You can filter for all players. You can filter by position. And it'll show you players, their average ADP is average draft pick, how many points they've scored year to date, what their projection is, what their average points is, and some different statistics. So when you work the waiver wire, this is a good way to scroll through and just see what players are out there, what players are available to be picked up. Manage roster, there's quite a bit to manage roster. Actions you can take care of. You can propose trades, you can add drop players, you can set waiver requests, you can manage your trade bait, or you can view trade bait for other franchises. So it really is pretty much anything to do with managing your roster you can do right there. Draft, if you want to draft from the app. Once the draft starts, the draft picks that have been made will be listed here. You can click on select player and it will show you what players are available. You can click on view all picks to see all the picks that have been made so far. And then here you can click on that tab and it'll show you all of your draft picks, and it'll show you as you make them, it'll show you the picks that you've made plus the picks that are coming up. This button allows you to switch between the different divisions. So if you want to see how drafts are going in the other divisions, you can click on this little tree and it'll allow you to select the other divisions. Other than that, you just got a timer, which we don't run with one, current pick, when you pick next, so on and so forth. Rosters is just where you can see your roster. How many players I have along with all of my players. Schedules, I don't know that I've ever used that one. I think that'll just show the schedule of who you play when. Transactions, you can see past transactions. League info is a good one. Take you to the home page. Fantasy Shark Lineup Coach is a website that it'll link you to that'll give you advice on who you should play. You can do some setup stuff here, league articles, league settings and rules. I'll show you in a minute. That's a good one. League calendar, scoring rules, league awards, league champions, playoff brackets. So some good information there. I did want to show you rules and settings. This is a good one. This will show you two tabs here. League settings will list all the different settings and how the league is constructed, along with our bylaws down at the bottom. Scoring rules would take you into all the different scoring rules. And that is it. That's the app. So there you go. There's the website. There's the app. Like I said, you just got to get in and play around with them. The more you use them, the more comfortable you're going to be. I can tell you I use them both, and they're very functional. You just got to know how to what you're looking for and how to get there. All right. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy.